I ignored this for 50 years, and it almost cost me everything. Not my job, not my money, not even my reputation. Those things come and go. I'm talking about something far more valuable than that. Something most people don't realize they're losing until it's already gone. If you give me just a few minutes of your time, I'm going to show you something that took me an entire lifetime to understand. And the truth is, you won't like it at first. In fact, a part of you will probably resist it, because accepting it means admitting that the way you've been living might not be the way you should be living at all. I'm 73 years old now, and for most of my life I believed I was doing everything right. I followed the rules. I worked hard. I chased stability, success, recognition. I built what people would call a good life. From the outside it looked solid, respectable, even admirable. But what I didn't realize, what no one ever warned me about, was that I was slowly trading something priceless in exchange for all of that. And I didn't even notice it happening. At 52, everything changed in a matter of seconds. I was sitting in a meeting discussing numbers, projections, future plans, the kind of conversation I had been having for decades. Then, without warning, my body shut down. My chest tightened, my vision blurred, and the room began to spin like I had lost control of reality itself. The next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital bed, unable to move properly, surrounded by machines I didn't understand, with my wife sitting quietly in the corner, trying to hold back tears. The doctors told me I was lucky to be alive. But lying there, staring at the ceiling, I didn't feel lucky. I felt exposed. For the first time in my life, there was no noise, no distraction, no urgency pulling me away from myself. Just silence. And in that silence, something uncomfortable surfaced. A realization so simple, yet so terrifying, that I had spent decades avoiding it without even knowing. For 50 years, I had been living on autopilot. Not living, really, just moving, responding, reacting, following a script that had been written for me long before I even questioned it. Wake up, work, achieve, repeat. Always chasing the next milestone, the next level, the next version of enough that never actually arrived. And the worst part is, it felt normal. It felt responsible. It felt like progress. But when you strip everything away, the titles, the income, the expectations, you're left with one question that most people are too afraid to ask. Was any of this actually meaningful? If I had died that day, what would I have left behind? Not emotionally, but truly. Not what people would say about me, but what I would feel about my own life. And the honest answer terrified me, because deep down, I knew I had spent more time building a life that looked right than a life that felt right. Here's the truth no one tells you when you're young. You are not running out of opportunities. You are running out of time. And those are not the same thing. Opportunities can return. Time never does. Yet we treat time as if it's infinite. We postpone the things that matter, thinking we'll get to them later, when things are calmer, when we feel more prepared, when life finally allows it. But life never pauses to give you that perfect moment. It just keeps moving forward, quietly taking pieces of your time with it. My greatest regrets aren't the risks I took or the mistakes I made. They are the moments I ignored, the conversations I delayed, the people I assumed would always be there. I lost my father while I was too busy building my future, and I would give anything to go back and trade one meeting, one deal, one achievement for one more conversation with him. But that's the thing about time. Once it's gone, there is no negotiation. After that day, I made a decision that most people wait too long to make. I stopped living as if life were something that would begin later. I began to pay attention to the present, to the people around me, to the small moments that don't look important but end up meaning everything. And in the years that followed, I discovered something unexpected. Life doesn't become meaningful when you achieve more. It becomes meaningful when you experience more, when you connect more, when you are actually there for it. So let me ask you something, and I want you to answer it honestly, without filters or excuses. If your life ended tomorrow, would you feel complete? Not successful, not impressive, complete. If the answer is no, then the problem is not your circumstances, it's your direction. And the good news is, you still have the ability to change it. But only if you stop waiting. Don't take 50 years to understand what I'm telling you now. You don't need a wake-up call like mine. You don't need a hospital bed to realize what matters. You just need to pay attention. Because one day, whether you're ready or not, time will make the decision for you. And when that moment comes, the only thing that will matter is how you chose to live while you still had the chance.